Okay, so what are some of the top regrets that retirees have once they get into retirement? And I would say number one is probably not having their budget established yet. Yeah, a lot of people go into retirement and think, well, I just won't need as much, or I'm going to use the same budget that I have now if I even have a budget. But that just doesn't work because you may or may not spend more or less in retirement. It depends on what you want to do, what your hobbies are, how much traveling you're planning on doing, things like that. So that's probably number one, I would think, is not having a good established budget, something that you can work on when you go into retirement so you don't run out of money. And so you're not surprised, because you don't want to retire and then lay awake at night wondering if you're going to have enough money. Okay, so having a good retirement plan can be a definite bonus. I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm definitely not a professional. So if you need help putting together a plan, I would suggest going out and getting a fee-only financial advisor who can help you out and help you sleep good at night. Now, I kind of jumped into number two there with getting a financial advisor. And some other things that the financial advisor can do to help you out is help you out with your tax strategy. And if you have an accountant, your accountant is probably the guy you want to talk to about that. Also about, Roth conversions and things like that. Some other things they can do for you is help you out with the decision about when to take Social Security and your pensions and things like that, how to draw those out. Personally, I had two different pensions and I had to make decisions on whether to take a lump sum value or whether to take a monthly payout. And, they helped me along with all the models that they do and help me make those decisions on which was best with those two different pensions. And of course, one of the biggest things that'll help you out is your withdrawal strategy. How much can you withdraw? Where should you withdraw your money from? Should you take your Social Security? Should you withdraw it from your 401k traditional? Should you do Roth conversions and withdraw from that? And all those different decisions about how to withdraw your money in retirement. Okay, I'd like to pause the video for just a minute and ask you if you'd go down into the comment section, leave me a comment. Just let me know where you're from, or if you think, that there are going to be retirement regrets that people have had or that you may be having, and it would help YouTube push this video out to more people, and I'd sure appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get back to the video. And number three is changing your investment strategy. Yeah, your investment strategy, because when you're younger, when you're still working, you may be in an 80-20 stocks to bonds or a 70-30 or something like that. Now, when you go into retirement, you probably want to hunker down a little bit and be a little bit more conservative with your investing than you were when you were working. Me personally, I'm staying in a 60-40 stocks to bonds ratio, and I think that's going to work good for me. I shouldn't need to get any more aggressive than that, hopefully, and I really don't want to, because you know what, you got to be able to sleep good at night. And a lot of you guys who are comfortable with your investing, you're going to say, there's no way I'm going to stay 70-30, or I'm going to stay doing what I'm doing. I've been investing my own money for 30, 40 years. And hey, if you're comfortable with that, that's what you should continue doing. But some other things to consider are, again, going back to, Roth conversions, tax strategies on your investing. If you have an individual IRA account, you don't have to worry so much about your, capital gains and things like that. But you may have money outside of that IRA that you do have to worry about. And again, that goes into your withdrawal strategy and how you want to use that money, how you want to take it, and getting a good tax strategy, because taxes are huge in retirement. And you want to stay on top of that and be in control as much as you can of your taxes and how much you're going to be taxed. And number four is you just simply haven't saved enough. And, as much as I preach on this channel, retire as soon as possible, I think you still have to be responsible for yourself when you retire and be financially responsible for yourself. So a lot of people, they'll say, well, I'm going to save 10% when I'm 40 and hope that carries me through so I can retire in my early 60s. Well, nowadays, I'm not sure that 10% is going to be enough. It depends a lot on the market and the returns and how you invest, for sure. But 10% may not be the real number that you need to be at. A lot of professionals like Azul, he's a big YouTuber. If you don't watch him, he's got a great financial channel. And I would suggest looking him up. It's Azul, Azul, and talking to him. But he recommends more of a 15 to 20%. And again, that depends on how much you can, shave down in retirement, shave down your budget. If you want to live on a $200,000 a year budget in retirement, you're going to have a pretty good savings account to go ahead and afford that. So sometimes, and for a lot of us, we have to change our lifestyle to match the available funding that we have in retirement. And number 5 is putting off those difficult decisions. Getting together your estate plan, your will, your power of attorneys, all that kind of thing. Figuring out whether you need long-term health care insurance. Those are things that we don't want to think about, because that kind of brings in the effect of, okay, well, I've got to really start thinking about, that I'm not going to be on this planet forever, that there will be an end to my life. And those are sometimes hard decisions, and they're kind of hard to go ahead and do, but you really got to get those done, because if something happens to you, you want to make sure that everything is planned out and that your funds are going to go to the people that you want them to. So having a good will, having a power of attorney, making sure that things are handled the way you want them handled is critical. So hey, if you're still just in the planning stages and you haven't gotten a financial advisor yet, I'd suggest going to the website, which is down in the description and a pinned comment, and looking up. There's a few tools there, and they don't cost you nothing. You don't have to give an email, nothing else. They're just free to download. Just hit the download button, and all they are basically are documents that are going to help you go talk to a financial advisor, and a budget sheet which can give you an idea on things that you probably want to budget and maybe put together an initial retirement budget for yourself, or figure out where you are right now. So hey, I hope this video's helped you, and if it has, reach down, hit that like button, and watch this video next.